Eternal, Ollie Plays, welcome to the stream. We have D-Lane, hello. We have Creighton TV in the house. He says Happy New Year to everyone. What's good, man? Good to see you, my friend. We have Golden G Shepherd in the house here as well. Who else we got? Who's in the chat here? We have Christensen, hello. We have Game Warren, welcome. We also have Streamlabs Bot. Thank you. Streamlabs Bot came to play today. They don't always, they're not always cooperative, so they're here today. And maybe your guys' moons will be working if you guys know about the moons. The moons, they're just like points on the channel. So the more you watch, the more points you get, and they can go towards things like giveaways whenever we do them on the channel. We also have Throtty in the chat. What's good? Hello. Skeletor Blow. Good to see you as well. Sassy said, let me get a drink real quick. Be right back. All right, dude, I see you. You're trying to chill tonight. You're trying to chill with me, and I appreciate that. But not just with me. You're chilling with everybody else here. We're a whole collective community here, and we're just here to have some fun, and of course, learn some information in the process. So really, guys, the whole point of this stream is so that I can help you guys with any set of questions that you may have whatsoever. So no spamming though. We gotta chill with the spam. I'm gonna get you up out of here, bro. You don't be doing the spam, because other people want to have their comments shown here as well, and I don't want this insane. All right, so we're gonna have to I'm gonna put you in timeout right now. You're gonna we'll give you a minute timeout. All right, I'm gonna give you a minute timeout. Dude. You gotta chill, gotta relax, man. I know the G Fuel energy is pumping through your veins, but nope, no spamming, dude. So just a minute, just 1 minute to chill you out for a sec. You're gonna take some deep breaths, and then you're gonna be all right, okay? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I want to help you guys as best as I can today. Any questions that I really can't answer, I will try to find an answer for you. That's because I haven't touched on every little single thing out there in the space, but usually things that do come up, I'm able to troubleshoot them pretty quickly and at least get an answer for you guys. And that's what I want to do today. That's what I want to try to do for you guys. So whether that be, a question with software on your computer or hardware, whatever, I'm gonna try to help you out with it. Definitely more versed in software stuff, but I can help you in the hardware things too a little bit, especially when it comes to what is needed to stream. Because I think a lot of people don't kind of get that when they're first jumping into this streaming gaming space. They just think, oh, let me just use any old computer, it'll work. Well, not necessarily. The newer computers nowadays, you do have some better luck with, even the budget ones, which I've actually shown on this channel in the past. Actually, just recently in my last video, where I used this budget Acer Spire 3 laptop, and I was able to show that you can stream on this bad boy, and it's a laptop under $300 too. And then last year I did a video on a mini PC that worked pretty freaking well. It's just because of the CPUs that are on those computers with their integrated graphics that process streaming tasks really efficiently. Now, I wouldn't load up a whole bunch of scenes, sources into your OBS, but hey, a lot of these new computers work well. So I would definitely, personally, I would buy something newer than older. I wouldn't get a hand-me-down computer, even if it does appear to have good specs, because even some of those CPUs that you'll see, they're multiple generations behind. There are newer generation like Intel and AMD CPUs, so those ones are just starting to work better and better. And it'll come to a point probably in a few years or so where most people will just have comparable computers that will work for streaming, which is awesome. So that's exciting. So what do you guys got for me in the chat here? I'm gonna take a look around. I'm also gonna take a look on Discord too, as there's some open questions in the Setup Help Discord server part of the channel. So if you guys aren't that familiar with that, I'll show you what it is, just in case you guys are not kind of privy to and maybe you're new to the channel. All right, I'm gonna assume that there's a good amount of you who are new to the channel here that have that are tuning in. You might have just found this to be kind of curious. They're like, oh, Midnight Man streams since when? He's never streamed. Yeah, well, if you just joining this channel within the past 6 months, yeah, I haven't really streamed for quite a long time. Mainly because I was in the process of moving. That took a whole lot of my energy in this studio even. For those of you guys that didn't see the video, this had to be constructed. I had to get builders and all this stuff to build up this basement so that I could have a place to make videos in this studio. And then I had to get all the equipment in, all the tables, and it was a whole ordeal, guys. Like it's a lot that goes into, you know, getting a home and being a homeowner. So yeah, I was really in the weeds with that stuff, and that just took all my energy, all my time. And plus, I work full time, so you guys were lucky to get videos. You guys were lucky to get videos. This is not my full-time gig. Surprise, surprise. If those of you who are curious, but yeah, I mean, I basically put in full-time hours on this work, but I'm able to pull back on some things depending on what priorities I have in life. So, you know, been a crazy year, but hey, I'm here for you guys now to help you with what you need here in 2025. Oh, for sure, my friend. RTX 2070 is definitely good. Or sorry, 4070. Yes, absolutely. It's a beast GPU. But hey, keep in mind that the new GPUs are coming out soon. The 50 series, those should be announced. If they're not announced already, I don't think they're announced yet, but they should be announced pretty soon. So if you want, you can wait it out a little bit. Either get a 50 series GPU or you can get a 40 series on sale. Kind of on sale, not completely on sale, but you know what I mean? You're only gonna get things so cheap. Anyways, what I was saying here before I kind of lost train of thought. Yeah, so if you join the Discord channel, which there should be a link for this in the description below, there are setup help channels. Our homie and our friend Eddie has been doing a great job of helping people out on this Discord channel. So, you know, he'll not only link my videos, but he'll also link other people's videos. Same with Brian Noxie. Is that how you say your name, bro? Brian Noxie. He's also been in here helping people out. So big shout out to you as well, my friend. You've been very, very integral with helping people with that. Hey, I also have a video on this too, by the way. I got a video on that. So, but yeah, I mean, we're just trying to help in any way that we can. Here's Eddie. So if you need help kind of on the fly, you can go to this Discord. I try to get in there when I can, but these two guys have been really helpful with answering questions. So, you know, please, you know, go in the Discord sometimes and ask questions there. We have two setup channels here. I have to ask him why we have two setup channels, but we have two setup channels to help there. But this stream is to help you guys live. You know, we're gonna answer the questions live. All right. So I'll either pull questions here that I think might help you guys that are watching, or I will pull questions from the chat and we'll go from there. All right. And I'll, you know, where it makes sense, I'll have some live examples to show you guys too. Like I can pull up my OBS and show you guys, you know, stuff in there. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go through the comments here. Actually, I usually have my chat kind of pulled up on the stream too. I don't know if that's not working right now. I'm trying to. This is like honestly a little bit of a test stream, a live test stream, just to kind of see if, you know, where we're at with this new space and if things are working the way that they should. Maybe the chat is not working. Usually the chat like comes up on screen, but that looks to be broken right now. We don't need to. I'm gonna pull up the chat manually with my special plugin here that we're using. Yo, thank you, Tundix. You are a G. Man is an absolute legend. Thank you, bro. Thank you for stopping in for a minute and saying hi. Take care, brother. You know, we'll catch up. I got to get on some Marvel's Rivals with you. I haven't forgotten. So I'll catch you, my friend. All right. All right, we can start with this. Oh, what the heck? This thing ain't even showing right. This thing ain't even showing right. Yeah, that's my plugin's a little goofy. A little goofy. Well, anyways, he's asking, what is the best console to get in 2025? I mean, if you want to say the best, I'm going to say the PS5 Pro. That's got to be a slam dunk right now. Now, is it worth it? I don't know. For its price tag, I think you're better off personally getting just a regular PS5. and you'll save some money. You can get one that's used because people have passed down their regular PS5s when they update it to their PS5 Pros. So that's definitely the best one spec wise if we're talking about, gaming console, plus the gaming library, which can be, best can sometimes be a bit personalized, because maybe you're someone that wants to play a ton of games and you like Game Pass. Well, then the Xbox might be the best for you, the Xbox Series X. But if you don't really care about, all those titles that you could play in Game Pass, and you just want to, play some better, in my opinion, more exclusive games that Sony has produced, then you want to go with, the PlayStation. I like this question here. Whoops. The chat's moving fast here. What headphones are you using? So I'm using, oh shoot. These are from Rode. I can pull up the specific ones because it's a specific model name for you, but I'll show you. Let me see if did I update my streaming gear to include these? Yes, I did actually. So on my also linked in description, I have an Amazon page storefront where you guys can go and see all the gear that I use. So this is the headset that I'm actually currently using right now. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on a sec. But yeah, it's the Rode NTH 100. Yeah, it's the NTH 100 Rode headset. So that's what we are using right now. It is $150. Shout out to Rode for actually sending these over to me. So I do appreciate that for sure.
My money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to
Yo,
see
thank you, Kenneth Smith, for the $5 super chat.
Riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
Yo, much
Kenneth Smith donated $4.99 through SuperChat. I have a Sony camcorder and a Nikon camera. Which would you suggest? And what should I download on my PC?
Yeah, so for this question, personally, I don't know exactly which cameras you have, but I've been personally more of a fan of the Sony cameras. But you might be referring to like a Sony video camera, and honestly, those are pretty good too. I had a similar type of camcorder video camera. It was more of like a handheld camera when I first started YouTube, like long time ago. So that's what I even use myself just for making videos. But I think the important thing to check, especially if you're looking to use it as a face cam or maybe using it to stream, see which one has an HDMI output. And I would go with that one. That's the best one to go with. And usually I tended to see those on Sony's or Canons.
My money don't jiggle.
Because I have a Canon myself right now. Yo, thank you, Plug Market Express, for the super chat as well. I appreciate you, my friend.
You really have to see it.
Plug Market Express donated $4.99 through SuperChat. Do you do consultations?
That's a good question. I'm actually working on that. I do set them up kind of ad hoc on through my email. So if you do reach out to me there and I see the email, even though my inbox is absolutely flooded, I'll try to set up a consultation with you. But I'm trying to set up something a little bit more formalized for it so that you guys can just go on a link and then go through it. So I tried to actually do that throughout this past week, through Calendly, but I need to have an official LLC setup deal. So which is just basically making what I'm doing here an official business. So I can't do the whole, payment integrations plus setting up time. I mean, I can do that bit. I can do setting up one-on-ones, but I can't do the PayPal integration bit, to actually have you guys go through it like a normal consultation process. I want it to work fluidly, right? So that's the bit I'm trying to work out, but I have to kind of make it an official business to do that. So more on that shortly in the future. I'm working on that, but I have some things I have to set up on my end first to do this correctly. So I'll I'll get back to you on that one. But please, if you need something emergent, if any of you guys need something emergent and you want my help, just email me at midnightmanclips@gmail.com. Just say stream consultation like in the title, and that'll stick out to me in my long laundry list of emails that I have in my inbox to reach out to you and try to help you, and we can set up some time. So that'll be the best way to do that if you need more emergent help. But again, I'm trying to set up something a little more official here soon. But yeah, Kenneth Smith, hopefully I was able to answer your question here. I don't know why these freaking stupid chats are coming in wrong. But yeah, hopefully that's able to help you, dude. Yeah, please use the one that has HDMI out. So that way, like I'm doing in my setup, which I know somebody else asked the question, which camera and I'm using the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. Mark II, by the way. It's a Mark II camera. Actually, I have it in my Amazon here as well, so you guys can check it out. It's right here. This is the camera, Canon EOS R6 Mark II. It is not cheap, and this is the lens I'm actually going with as well right now as we speak. You know, it's a toasty lens. I like it. It has a good zoom in. You know, has a wide field of view, or wide-ish field of view, and then I can also zoom it in a little bit too. So it's nice. I like this lens a lot, but of course it is not. It's not cheap for sure. I had to invest quite a bit in here, and these are not the cameras I even started with. I started out with the Canon M50, if those of you who are familiar with that one. And it's definitely a bit more on the affordable side. I would say that was like my second camera. If we search it up here. Yeah, it's like I had the first version of it, the Mark 1. Now they have a Mark II out, so you're not going to see the Mark 1 out. And I wouldn't really get the Mark 1 either if I was in that position now. Like Mark 2 would definitely be the way to go. So yeah, this is a nice, I would say mid-level to entry-level-ish, camera, mirrorless camera that you can get. That is pretty nice, and you can get the kit lens with it. It does the job. There are better lenses you can get, but yeah, not too bad. Yo, thank you, man. Yo, I gotta fix this stupid chat thing. I want your chats to actually appear correctly. But that may not be feasible right now. Looks so strange why it would appear that way. I think Mr. Troubleshooting Hat here. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm going to increase the height of this chat window, see if that does anything for us here. It might. Okay, you're getting better here. Getting somewhere. See, we're troubleshooting tech problems right on stream, but this is why I wanted to do this stream, to see how everything was working in the new space here. So I'm gonna keep finagling with this here because we're gonna get this right. So weird, man. Like strange freaking plugin, dude. But hey, we got it to work. So now we should have that longer chats come through so you guys can see your stuff. Look at that. Solving things live on stream. This is what you guys got to do. Just play with stuff till it works. But thank you, Crane. I appreciate it, bro. What is a good camera for a small YouTube channel that is doing tech videos? I would say the one that I just showed you. I don't know what your budget is, of course, but I'll show it again. I would definitely, recommend the Canon M50 or even the R50 here. R50 is fine too. They're both mirrorless cameras. This one, M50, Mark II. This should be the Mark II. I hope they're not selling the Mark I still. It's a little pricey. R50 is also a good option. And then there's the Canon EOS R, I believe. Let's just check R. Should be an R. Yes, EOS R here, unless they pulled it from the shelves. Oh yeah, RP. Yeah, RP is another good one. It can do up to 4K video as well. RP, yes. Not the R. Don't get that. That's old. Don't get the old stuff, guys. Don't get old stuff if you can avoid it. Usually Amazon's not selling super old things anyways. But yeah, I would definitely go M50, R50, RP, and then Sony's got some good ones too. what is it? Not the A7, that's very expensive, but the A6400 is pretty decent too. But it's, you know, again, it's about in the same class. I would say, yeah, I would say it's about in the same class here. So yeah, another good option for you guys to work with there. The first camera that I actually used was the Canon G7X, but that was like more of a point and shoot deal, kind of vlogish style. But if you guys are streaming, please get a camera with HDMI out. Don't get a camera that doesn't have that, because you're gonna just be struggling. Like, you won't even be able to use this kind of setup that I'm doing now. The fact that this camera I'm using right now, this Canon R6 Mark II, the fact that it has HDMI out, micro HDMI to a little HDMI capture card, like a USB HDMI capture card, that allows me to pull the feed out of this camera right into the computer to do this stream. And then I just have a dummy battery to be plugged into the camera, so that way, you know, you can at least get power, constant power to the camera, instead of using batteries. So those are the only two things I have plugged into my camera. But when I was using the Canon M50, that just didn't work as well. It was just clunky. I believe it may have had HDMI out, but it didn't work the way that it was really designed. Like, the camera itself is not designed properly. Like, it needed to be used with this Canon utility software to actually keep it running. If I didn't have the utility software, meaning I needed to plug in the camera with another USB cable, plus the HDMI cable, plus the dummy battery, yeah, it was just not as fun to deal with. Plus, it was crashing as well. It wasn't built for streaming long term. Luckily, these cameras are built different. Knock on wood. So far, this camera's been great, filming a long time. But yeah, get the newer stuff, guys, like the ones I'm recommending here. And I also have a whole bunch of recommendations on my storefront page that you guys can check out, which are a lot of the cameras that I just mentioned, actually. So we go back real quick. Yeah, this is my storefront for Amazon. You guys don't have to get anything from here, but it's just a organized place for you guys to see kind of my recommendations. Some of these probably need to be updated, honestly. But if they do, you can get like the next iteration of these cameras. Just search it up on Google. I probably need to give some of these pages a bit of refresh. But these are a lot of the cameras that I recommend. I don't think I have anything really cheaper here than the Sony ZV-1F, but it's another camera for vlogging, really. So yeah, and then you have a cam link, but you actually don't really need to buy a cam link. Again, you can use just an HDMI USB capture card that looks exactly like this, and it's like 15 bucks. So you really don't need this unless you are truly trying to record a 4K camera in 4K. But most of the time for streaming, guys, we're just trying to stream in 1080p. Like, that's what I'm doing on this stream right now. We're not really to the point to where 2K and 4K streaming is super viable at the moment. Just that's a lot to push over your internet. So honestly, just spend 15 bucks on a USB capture card. Like, you'll be chilling. You'll be fine. You will be chilling, my friends. So yeah, I hope that helps regarding the camera stuff, man. I hope it does. I hope it does. And if anything, dude, use your phone. Like, if you're really tight on budget, I wouldn't get a camera just to get a camera. Just use your phone. I have a phone right here myself. Has a great camera. This is an iPhone 14 Pro Max. I actually use this camera a lot for the videos you guys see on this channel, as like secondary cameras or second angles or handheld shots that I need to film with products. I actually use this. So please don't be afraid to use your phone. You can use services like Video Ninja to be able to get your camera feed into OBS Studio, for example. I have some videos on that if you guys need to see it. But it's a very simple service to use. You just basically click on a link, and it can connect between your computer and your phone so you get the feed into it. And just put your phone on a tripod, a phone tripod, literally. And then you're good to go. I have one right here. It literally looks like this. Let's see if it's tuned in. It looks like this. Phone tripod, put your phone on that, slap it on a tripod, you're good to go. Literally. Don't spend money on a camera that won't look as good as your phone. Yeah. All right, cool. What else we got? What's up, Donna? I see you down there. You said, I tried the Elgato H60X and it kept messing up my Acer Nitro laptop, so I invested in Avermedia 3. I'm guessing you, a certain capture card or something. Don't know which Avermedia 3 you're specifically referring to. Probably one of the capture cards. And then it works perfect now. Sweet, yeah. Avermedia and Elgato both have great capture cards. It's just about what kind of ecosystem you want to be in. But I appreciate the love. Thank you, Donna. Good to see you again, by the way. Okay. Do you know, this is coming from Player One GT. Do you know how I can use Streamlabs to capture my gameplay audio and also hear the game audio on Pulse Explorer? So what are you using, Player One GT? Are you on PS5? That's one thing, for those of you guys asking questions, make sure to specify if you're on PlayStation 5 or Xbox, because those two things kind of handle audio slightly differently. Capture card, yeah, I got you, Donna. Yep. That's what I thought you meant. Probably the HDMI 2.1 capture card, is my I'm guessing. Donna, maybe. All right, so you Player One GT says PS5 and Elgato 4KX. Yeah, so it actually works exactly the same way that OBS would work. So basically, really all you need to do, if you connect everything up correctly, you're gonna need to decide whether or not you want your audio to go over HDMI or do you want it to go over chat link. So I actually have some diagrams here that might serve you some help that I'll share up on the screen here. All right, so right here, this is your typical setup. You can just replace this capture card with the 4KX, it's the old diagram. And then right down here is the computer. But if you set it up this way, you're gonna get your audio to flow through automatically. Now, if you're running into issues and maybe you're using an Elgato Chatlink cable, then the thing that you're probably adding to the mix here is this bad boy right here. So still pretend this is the Elgato 4KX. You're gonna use the Chatlink Pro cable to connect your headset wired into the capture card. If you're using a wired headset, that is. Let me know in the chat, Player One, if you're using a wireless one, but we'll have to find out which wireless one that is. But if you're using the setup like this, all you would need to do is get the Elgato Capture Utility software. So we can just go here and type in Elgato Capture. Just go get the software, right, from the Elgato's downloads. So if you go here, right here, if you download this software to your computer, you'll have the ability to switch your audio from HDMI to analog. That way you can use this setup here that I'm looking at. Now, okay, you're using a Bluetooth setup. That's what I figured. Yeah, so Bluetooth is funky to say the least, right? So technically that would have to be this route that you go with. But the problem with PlayStation 5 is that, and this is really stupid, and I wish you had more control, but it only allows you to do one audio output at a time. So that's either gonna be, you're gonna have it pushed over HDMI through your TV speakers, or you're gonna have it sent to your Bluetooth headset. Because if it's being sent to your Bluetooth headset, then that's where it's gonna be sent. There's no way to push it over HDMI at that point, which really, really sucks, honestly. And I feel for everybody in this situation. So really the only way around this is to use a wired setup. That's at least one of the ways, using the Chatlink cable. I'm not a big fan of wires. I don't like using wires. I think we should go all wireless, right? But if you're using your typical Bluetooth headset that uses a dongle or an adapter plugged directly into the PS5, like one of those USB ones, then this setup is definitely not going to work directly with the PlayStation 5. There's just no way around it, because all the audio is going to your Bluetooth headset. That's just where it's going, and you can't stop it from going there. You can't have it go multiple places at the same time. There's just no way. So if I wanted to go full Bluetooth, or at least, have a setup like that, then I'd have to connect the headset really via Bluetooth to the computer, if you have a headset that's compatible to work on the computer. Typically the ones I've seen do work on PC, and they can work on PS5. The technology's there for it to work, so your headset should be able to do that. And then what would be a good way for me to show you what I typically would do in that situation? I know it's trippy. I know you're getting tripped out here. Hold on a sec. Stay with me here. All right. So I would go into my advanced audio properties, once I have my Elgato capture card plugged in. So that'd be right here. And then you can do a monitor and output, just like I'm doing for my Streamlabs alerts right now, because for some reason I can't freaking hear those through my other software I'm using through the Wavelink. I'm monitoring an output. That way I can hear it, but I can also have it recorded at the same time. And that's what you'd need to do with the gameplay audio coming in here over HDMI, and then you can listen with your headset. And then you'd obviously need a microphone connected to the computer, or you can use the headset microphone to be, have commentary. But then the problem comes in is that you don't have a microphone for your stream chat, or not your stream chat, but your game chat, your party chat. They can't hear you. So that means that requires adding another microphone to the mix to be plugged into your PlayStation, which I have other mics that I use to, if I do end up streaming my PlayStation gameplay, I have to plug that mic in so I can chat with people. And then that way I have another mic here for commentary. So it's very goofy. It's a very crazy setup. Hopefully that makes a little sense. I know I'm just explaining it here. But yeah, dude, Bluetooth headsets are like kryptonite for a stream setup with the PlayStation 5. It is rough, man. It is absolutely rough, man. So there's the audio delay. Yeah. So that's the issue with Bluetooth to the computer, because you first have your audio already being slightly delayed due to the slight latency coming from the 4K, like coming from PlayStation 5 to the 4KX to your computer. There's going to be there's already slight latency there. And then you're adding more because of the Bluetooth connection to your laptop. So that's why that's usually not ideal either if you're playing like first-person shooters or Fortnite, Call of Duty, games where you need that real-time audio. Definitely not ideal. So in those situations, I go with a wired setup, like plug it in to the computer, and I can hear it. At least the delay for the audio is just what the capture card delays it to, not an additional delay with Bluetooth audio. So yeah, it really, really sucks. The only Bluetooth headsets that I've used and that I've seen work with a stream setup is one, the Arctis Nova Pro wireless headset here that I have. Absolutely insane headset, beautiful. And it comes with a DAC. It comes with like this basically station, this separate device where it's not just a Bluetooth adapter plugged into your console. This is a full-on separate system almost that's connected to your console, and then you use that DAC, which is on the side here. It's plugged in. Let me pull it so you know what I'm talking about. I like visual representations for y'all. Yeah, so it's this thing here. This is the DAC that I have. And essentially, I can use this thing to be the catalyst for pulling the audio from the PlayStation 5 into the capture card that will go into the computer for everything to work properly. And I plug the Chatlink cable into the back of this DAC to make it all work, because that's where I'm pulling the audio from. And luckily, This little device, it allows for multiple audio outputs. It allows me to hear the audio wirelessly. It allows me to pull the audio via line out of this DAC to be inserted into the capture card. So this thing, it enables multiple audio outputs, something the PlayStation 5 does not allow. The other wireless headset that also works in this situation is the Astros A50, A50Xs. Those do work as well with a PlayStation 5 to stream directly with the headset connected to the PlayStation 5 because it has a base station. And there's also the A40s. They have that other module that comes. It's not a base station. I forget exactly what it's called right now. Somebody can say it in the chat. But yeah, those also come with a device that enable multiple audio outputs as well. So it's you're very limited in the Bluetooth headsets that can work in this situation, but those are the definite two that I've used hands-on that absolutely do work. And then the rest, like the Pulse headset, like some of the HyperX ones, like they take a USB input. They use that adapter to get the audio from the PlayStation to your headset, but they don't have any other mechanism to output multiple audio streams so that you can record it. So that's why you're kind of stuck with those three solutions altogether. Either you're going to go with one of those special Bluetooth, and they're very expensive headsets, by the way. They're like, over $250 to get those headsets, which is crazy. But you either have to go that route with the Arctis Nova Pros or the Astro A50s, or number two, you can just do a wired setup with the chat link cable coming out of your PlayStation 5 controller, or the third route, you listen to your audio via the computer, which is what I tend to do the most, like wired up like I am right now. I would hear my game audio coming from the console into the capture card to my computer, and I would just do that multi outputting and monitoring of the audio at the same time, like the setting I just showed in OBS. And that way I can not only hear just my game audio, but I can hear I can hear my Discord audio, I can hear Spotify audio, alerts that come through, because I'm not going to hear any of that stuff if I'm listening directly from the PlayStation 5. Like, it's going to be annoying now to keep checking back. Did I get a notification? I don't know. I didn't hear it unless I'm playing it out loud through my speakers or the monitor. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. You want to hear Spotify audio? Well, you're not going to hear that either. Unless you do that third option that I just said. So I know that was a long-winded response and probably not what you wanted to hear, but I got to tell you the truth on how this stuff is working right now. And that is unfortunately how it works. When the day comes that PlayStation says, you know what, let's give everybody multiple audio outputs so that everybody can control the audio the way that they want. Maybe I have little Timmy here that wants to hear he wants to use headphones and listen and hear his gameplay while he plays on the floor over there, and maybe I want to hear it out loud. I don't necessarily want to get in little Timmy's world there, so we're going to play it through the speakers, and they'll allow you to do that. But until that day comes, which that day is not today, you have to go with those three options. So there you have it, player one. I know, probably not what you want to hear, but yeah, these are the times, man. These are the times. What's the thing called that gives the laptop more ports? Dongle or a adapter. Both of those terms can be used interchangeably. I'm using the one from Moken, but yeah, you can just, like, if you go on Amazon, you can just type in like dongle for laptop. So yeah, what I did right here I just went on Amazon. I typed in dongle. Right up here, I just typed in dongle for laptop. And you can see all these different options here. You got some from Anchor. Again, I have the one from Moken, wherever that might be on this page. I guess it's not on this page. But that's one I use for my laptop. But you guys, you can use really any of these. Like this one's pretty good, 7-in-1. You get 7 additional ports with 1 connection. It's pretty nice. So yeah, this is some of the options you guys can go with. Any of them honestly work. Any of them work, man. Just use something to extend those ports, because you know, you're always gonna run into those situations where you're like, dang, I need to connect this thing and I cannot. And it's gonna suck because you don't have an adapter. How do you use the PS5 camera for videos? That is a good question, actually. So I haven't used my PS5 camera hands-on for any videos myself, but I did some research and I found that there is a way to actually do that. There is a way to do it. I'm trying to see if I put a note here on it. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up for you guys, because I didn't do a video on it, but I found one. That might be helpful for you guys. It was actually one I was going to refer to if I decided to like do a setup with it. But you guys can check it out here. It's from this dude. You know, I'm never afraid to pass kudos to someone who figures it out. This guy here, I don't know if this is in, I forget, is this in English?
Step 5, connect the PS5 camera.
Yeah, so
to connect
this guy, he did a video on it here. So I would highly recommend searching up this specific video from Daniel ZH. And he actually shows how to connect the PS5, PS4 camera as PC with webcam. Yeah, it's a pretty thorough video. I remember watching it. He did a good job with it. It is, you know, you're gonna have to go through a few steps here. It's not super easy, as there's not really true native drivers for the PS5 camera. But come to my surprise, it actually works. But you're gonna need to get some ish installed onto your computer to make this work. Some special drivers. They should not be, you know, spam or bad files, I'm assuming. I haven't tried this myself, but this guy was able to do it. You know, if we look here, I'll mute for now. Yeah, this was the part where he was able to put it in here. Still a black screen for now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, he was able to get this to work. Holy cow, it was that dark. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. But yeah, I haven't seen this video in a minute. But hey, it's possible. It works. It works. So if you want to use it with the PC, it can be done. It can be done. But I haven't done it myself. It's possible though. So that's good news. That's good news, right? Directly from PS5. Well, it's plug and play with the PS5. It's plug and play with the PS5. And if you want to record a video, then you would need to go to Share Factory. If you want to record like just the camera, you can go in Share Factory and do that. There's a feature to where you can actually start a recording there. I'm pretty sure I showed that in my Share Factory video, so if you're curious. Share Factory. That way, at least you're aware. So I would highly recommend watching this video from me, as I do cover that. Let's see, where did that occur? Where did that occur? Goodness gracious. Man, this video was done so long ago. Oh, I think record and edit commentary. Okay. Yeah, see, I recorded something here. So this is the part where I recorded. So yeah, you can what did I say?
And then we're gonna add a second track. So go
Yeah,
ahead and
add a
select the
second track.
2 option.
Add a
and then
second
I'm
track.
gonna need to plug in my PlayStation
Plug in the
5
PlayStation 5 camera.
Boom. All right.
Wow, this is a minute ago.
Business, bros. Now to record my video commentary, all I'm gonna need to do is just select the X button, and then I'll have
Yeah,
the option
record
to
video.
record video. In addition
Is
to
that what you were
recording
referring
my
to,
audio
man?
And
Is that what you were trying to touch on, dude? No. Yeah, no. No, it is not only usable for streaming. Yeah, it's usable for more, but I don't think they've expanded upon the features with the PS5, what you can do with the camera. I'm pretty sure this is the limits. But yeah, you can use it for streaming. You can't make it full screen when streaming. It's just used as like that picture-in-picture option. But then if you go into Share Factory, you can do this, which is cool. You can literally film a video in Share Factory, edit it down with a full face cam. But now you can't game at the same time. Keep that in mind. That it's a strictly just recording, your face and talking about whatever you're going to talk about, and to be mixed in with whatever gameplay that you might already have, that you might have recorded. Like maybe you want to do a voiceover, you can cut out bits of your talking headshots and show the gameplay, or even do picture-in-picture, because this is a second track that you're adding. It's a track 2, so you can shrink it over in case you want to show your face explaining something while there's gameplay under it. So those are all options. So pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. What is the best budget Wi-Fi for streaming? I mean, obviously this is gonna vary per location and what is offered to you. So what's offered to me is Verizon, and the bottom tier service is actually 300 down, 300 up. I'm not getting 300 up, Verizon. I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. They're cheaping me right now. I ain't happy about it. They're giving me like 40, but that's another story. You got to call your provider if they're cheating you out of your Wi-Fi. But if you guys have lower tier plans that you're trying to get, depending on where you are located, I personally, I would get like a 20, at least 20 down, 20 up, if you can. Or if I've been some places where the upload is limited. If you have to get I would try your hardest to get like 10 to 15 megabit per second upload or higher, at least, man. Because yes, you can stream if you have like 5 down and even like 3 up, but boy, you're really pushing it. Your quality is going to really suffer, because if you have 3 megabit per second upload speed in OBS, you're gonna, you can only really set that thing up to maybe 2,500, because you don't want to do it too much. Because if it's like equal, if you set 3,000 and your upload speed is 3 meg, then you're gonna have a stream crash eventually. It's only a matter of time, because your internet fluctuates. It's not gonna stay 100% exactly the same all the time across the board. It could go up, it can go down, but try to stay within a certain number. But that doesn't always happen. So the more the merrier, honestly. Not too crazy. You don't need a gig. Most people don't need a gig. You don't need 1 gig up, 1 gig down. It's like for enterprises. But if you can get at least a couple hundred meg up, down, like I have, you're gonna be very comfortable. Or at a minimum, somewhere in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or higher, if you can swing it. Oh my God, your name is making me laugh, dude. Okay, wait, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. It reminded me of something. Never mind. Never mind. No, I don't have a dedicated gaming channel. This actually used to be the gaming channel a long time ago. A long freaking time ago, guys. I made gaming videos on this page. Back long time ago. If you don't believe me, I can show you. Like this channel, if I had kept all the videos live, I'd have, oh my God, how many videos here? I have 618 videos, but live, you guys only see, you know, a good handful. You don't see 618 videos. You see like 200 and something live, I think. Yeah. But yeah, take a look at this, guys. Take a freaking look. I'll show y'all. I'm still going back in the history books. Still going backwards. Still going. Man, I used to do vlogs and stuff too. Crazy, man. Crazy back in the day, man. But yeah, that's why I know I had the gaming channel experience, because I was doing them. Like, yeah, like I think Infinite Warfare was probably like when I was slowing down the gaming content a little bit and doing like more of the tutorial based stuff. I used to do some Pokemon Go. Man, these were the freaking days. Reaction videos, I did those too. Yeah, some Black Ops 3 gameplay. You know, I did some gameplay there. And then I had a series back long ago on, I guess for all the Call of Duties really. But I had like, I don't know, this Quest to Prestige series I did too. So these were kind of mixed in there too, as you can see. Well, I didn't always have the nicest language, so ads did not like me for these. But yeah, dude, I had all the gaming stuff on this channel. It was all here, man. Rocket League content, like a lot of Call of Duty, I guess. I did some Smash Bros. We did Smash Bros on this channel, guys. But like obviously a lot of this stuff is unlisted at this point because I redirected what I was going to do in the channel. But if I had the bandwidth, I would absolutely do a full-on gaming channel. But like I'm way too freaking busy. It's just I have no time for it. Because if I'm going to have a gaming channel, I know what it takes to run a gaming channel, and boy, I do not have the bandwidth to do that right now. So I'd rather help you guys on your journeys to make your own gaming channels. You know, I kind of been there, done that, and I want to direct you guys to make the best content that you guys can in your gaming channel endeavors. And if I ever get the bandwidth and ever have if I actually go into this completely 100% full time, then I'd have time to make a gaming channel. But as of right now, it's something with me in the past at this moment. Yeah. Yes, Pixelar is very good. It is very good. Photop's been pretty decent to me, but you probably need like a certain spec computer too to also make it work. But like the online version works as well, to where it's a little less intensive resource-wise. But yeah, Pixelar is also very good, guys. If you're looking for a free Photoshop, Photopea, Pixelar, and then GIMP. GIMP is good too, which is also free. So those three, solid. If you're not trying to spend a monthly recurring subscription on Photoshop, on Adobe, absolutely not. I will be a pirate. Arc before I ever do that. Just don't come for me, Adobe. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Sup with Mac audio and virtual channels, and why is it terrible? Separating audio on Mac is a nightmare. I would say it used to be a nightmare. It's not so bad anymore. Like I'm doing that right now. I'm separating all my audio out, but I'm using this mixer from Wavelink. This is Elgato's software here, so you guys can hear your music here. I have browser audio coming through here. this was supposed to be for alerts, but it doesn't really work. So I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, if it does work, I just have it muted automatically because who knows what's going on there with that. But yeah, this actually works to separate the audio out. Obviously, I'm not on Mac right now, but it works even, I would say even more cleanly, in my opinion, on Mac, because you can set like the specific applications here, not just, a certain input, but you can set the actual apps that you want to pull audio from, or you can just pull directly from desktop. So the Wavelink software works pretty well, but of course you have to buy the Elgato Wave mic or XLR to even be able to use this software. So on Mac, there are some options that you can use, and I'm trying to recall them right now so I can tell you. Not Soundflower, that's old, don't use that. Oh, man. If anything, I know the video it's in, so I can look it up, but I haven't used this ish in a while. It does work, at least the last time I used it, but it would be good to see, is it, goodness gracious. This was a minute ago. I'm gonna look it up. I can't fully recall it off the top of my head. I'm gonna search this Joan up. Yeah, I think this was the last one that I did on the topic, and this was 3 years ago. I wonder why I can't.
What's good, my Mac OS user?
Hold on a sec. I'm cringing right now. Hold on a sec. Let's stop this. Let's look here. Let's see if I actually put it in here. Loopback, yeah, Loopback was good. That's not free though. Yeah, Loopback was really good. I really enjoyed using Loopback. Yeah, this thing here, this was really good for a while until I just fully switched over to like the Wavelink. But these guys are actually nice enough to give me a free download of their software here. I think it's what, like $50 or $100? How much is the Loopback? Oh, it's $100. Okay, it's $100, but it's really good. Really, really, really good. I can't recommend it enough. The other one that I thought was pretty good is Ginger Audio. Looks like they're keeping this thing up and running and up to date. They have a winter sale here. I mean, we're in the winter time, so that's good. So $74, and this thing allows you to split your audio up. So honestly, like there's no great free ways, I guess, if you really want to have fine-tuned control of your audio. But I think the new iterations of OBS on Mac have done a pretty good job of allowing you to record your audio per application from OBS. I think it works pretty good. So there should be an option on your Mac to be able to just add an audio source. And I'm looking at it on my Mac now just to kind of confirm here. Yeah, it's like an audio input capture. Yeah, from there I can choose like a specific input there. That's usually like the hardware component though, so there's another one here that can be used. And I can show you guys what that is. Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, so Mac OS audio capture. So there's actually two, I guess. So you can use Mac OS audio capture to record the audio. And then you also have Mac OS screen capture, so you can capture your screen all at the same time with the audio, which is really, really nice. You can actually drill down to the specific app you're using. So I can show y'all. Focus here. Apologies for the dirty screen. There we go. Yeah, see what I'm hovering over right now? That's Mac OS audio capture. So you can use that and record your audio off the Mac without having to get these virtual audio mixers. The mixers are nice because you can really fine tune control stuff, more so than in OBS, but you're gonna pay for that. So if you don't wanna pay, then that's the way to go that I just showed you. Oh yeah, it works, but it's really for like desktop audio, right? I remember we used that like it works, but it's kind of an old way of doing it now. Like I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about with the multiple outputs and the MIDI, that plugin. But yeah, I think it works exactly the same as this other solution here, which is Black Hole. And this is actually completely free to use, but it works very similar to that MIDI you just mentioned. It's nice. It's cool. It's free. It works, but you kind of don't need it if you're using OBS. But you can, I guess, if you want to. You don't really need it though. Yeah, here's the Mac OS one down here. And it works for Silicon. Everything's got to work on Silicon nowadays. Yo, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, my friend. Yo, Midnight, how would you stream and use multiple cams? So, for example, if you had 3 different desks and you wanted to switch cams each time you move desk, how do you do this smoothly? I think if I was in that position right now, I'd probably go, I guess it's a little bit manual. Like, yeah, I would plug in all the cameras to my computer, and then, you know, I'd load them up into OBS, and I can either have, you know, have set up scenes or just have sources within one scene. And I would use my Stream Deck that I have over here to enable or disable certain scenes or certain sources. So if I want to have a certain scene show, let's say, that has the camera at my desk or another desk, then I can just click that and go over there and it'll be done. Or if I have a camera over there, I'm going over there. Okay, I'll walk back over here, click the button, and then go back that way. But there are solutions where it'll be more like, I would say like not timed out, but like there's like an auto switching function. Like there are pieces of hardware you can get to where if let's say I have 3 cameras on me and I just wanted to randomly switch sometimes, you know, there are tools that allow you to do that without you manually having to touch something, which is nice. Yeah, I think Stream Deck's the easiest and an affordable option. Let me get the name of like the scene switcher. Actually, somebody just inboxed me one of those scene switching items, but I was like, no, I don't want to do a video on this. Let me. Oh man, what? Let me. Yeah, and I bet you there's a OBS plugin for this too. Like if you really want to do some advanced scene switching. Oh yeah, here I go. We found it. Yeah. So there's actually a plugin for. Dang, I might have to check this out. Now that we're talking about it, no, this is kind of cool. So yeah, you can actually set up some macros, which those macros, you can always convert those to your Stream Deck as well if you want to. But yeah, this looks like to be like some sort of auto, or at least an advanced, automatic various tasks. So you can switch. I have to play with this. You guys can play with this if you want. But yeah, there are additional options for you. So if you don't want to go the Stream Deck route, you should be able to do it with macro keys, and you can try this scene switcher. Give it a shot. I haven't tried it hands-on, but it appears to be a functioning plugin that you can use with OBS if you want to, you know, switch stuff up, switch your keys or switch your scenes up, right? Pretty cool. I kind of want to try this. I want to see if this is good. I'm going to put this as a note. Hold on, y'all. Put this as a note because I want to try this out. Because, you know, having multiple cameras, it makes your stream so much more dynamic. Like, I know streamers like Cypher PK have done it. Like I've seen his whole studio setup, and then he has his camera here. Like he can switch. And honestly, like in that sort of scenario, you know, Stream Deck would make it kind of easy. But like you can do it here too. Like it works very similarly. Looks like you have to set up some if statements, if then statements for it. So I'd have to check this out. I'm not gonna bore you guys here, me playing with a plugin, but it's something you guys can play with yourselves to try to get multiple cameras working in your setup. And definitely use your shortcut keys on your computer. Like you can do that now actually to switch scenes without this. But this seems to be something a little bit more intricate than just, oh, here's I'm pressing this hotkey. Let me switch to my other camera. Yes, you can do that. You guys can set that up without a Stream Deck. But this looks to be a little bit more involved to where you can run macros, which is dope. That's cool. So you can set up certain situations, and if those situations meet, then the camera is switched. Interesting. I wonder how much like manual intervention is going to be needed to perform the action correctly, though. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool. Like this for me, it's like I'm thinking maybe you're starting on one camera and then you're switching to another scene, so you need everything to switch automatically to something else. I don't know. I'll play with it though, and if it's good enough, I will put it in my future OBS tips and tricks and plugins video, as I'm trying to collect like a list of the top 10 like little things that you guys can do within OBS that is valuable and would be helpful for you guys. So I will check it out. So cool. That's dope. I like it. Yo, thank you, Sugar Lee Gaming. Appreciate you. Let us see. Is there a cheap capture card? Oh, there sure is. I'm going to show you my favorite cheap capture card. It is the Ribozen HDMI capture card. Here you go. This is it here. Whoops. This bad boy. It's very, very good. I have it in my store, I believe my storefront. So you should be able to check it there, linked in the description. But if not, search it up, man. Search it up. This is the Ribozen. That's who it's from, Ribozen. And I think this is excellent because it's only $30. I actually showcased it in my last video. And it does pass 1080p 120. I had some people questioning me about that. They're like, oh, it doesn't say that in the description. You're sure right. You're right. It does not. It does not say that anywhere in the product page, but I tested it and it worked. So I'm like shocked that they wouldn't mention it. That's huge. That is freaking huge. They don't mention it anywhere here. They're like, oh, maximum input 4K 60, maximum output 1080p 60. That's not true. That's not freaking true. It's not true. I tested it on Fortnite. I tested it on Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and it said in my PlayStation display and output settings 1080p 120. I kid you not. I am not BSing you here to get a capture card sale. I don't work for these people. I'm just telling you what I experienced. They're not sponsoring me. I'm just telling you guys what happened with my gaming experience. It capped out at 1080p 120, so I wasn't able to do 2K 120 or anything like that. If you want to do that, then you want to get the HE60X or go for the 4KX, which crazy enough, the 4KX is still not on Amazon. Elgato, what's up with that? I got to reach out to my contacts if Elgato wants to follow up with me on this one, but where's 4KX with Amazon? Come on. You can buy it directly through them though. Through their Corsair distributor, but it should be on Amazon, come on. But yeah, Ribozen HDMI capture card. That is the best cheap capture card. I would not get like a USB capture card, unless you're trying to record out of a camera like I am right now, you're not going to want to deal with that. It's going to be a big headache if you get like a $10 capture card, because you're going to need all these splitters to get it to work and extra HDMI cables. It's a mess. So do yourself a favor, get something that is either that capture card or looks exactly like it, and you'll be chilling. The Worky capture cards. Let's see. Those on Amazon? Can I search them up? Oh yeah, I see it here. Let me see. Yeah, this is the Worky. $27. Great deal. Great deal. And it has, yeah, perfect. And it comes with a, wow. Dang, I should have used this in my last video. Nice. This is good. Exactly what you want. HDMI in, HDMI out. Has your headphones input or output headphones so you can hear game audio if you want to from here. And it has the mic if you want to use it for a mic, but that can be used for chat link cable. Perfect. Awesome. Checks the boxes. Great. And it's affordable. What are people complaining about? Like, what's there to complain about? Come on, guys. Well, that's okay. We don't need to see more reviews. 4K pass too? Yeah, the other one could do 4K pass as well. Yeah, 4K 60. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is good. And maybe it also falls into that, can pass 120 as well. I have to test it out. But I find it very odd when, these capture card companies, they don't acknowledge that it can pass 120, and then I go and test it, and then it passes. Like, you gotta flaunt that. That's huge. But this is good. Yeah, this is awesome, guys. And yeah, for the mic input, you guys can use the ChatLink Pro cable here instead of a microphone. I mean, who's using mic inputs with a 3-pole? I don't really see anybody doing that unless you're using like a lav mic. I don't know. That one's interesting, but it works. I would use it for ChatLink though, so you can get your game audio in that way. That's what I do. Teach their own, right? And it gives you a little step-by-step to add it in. Nice. Very good. Yeah, we'll see. I'd have to test this to see if this is true. Thank you for sharing this card. I might use it in an upcoming budget setup. This is nice. Very good. I approve. Midnight Man approves. That's a good one. I'm sure it would work for Matt too. Mm-hmm. By the way, if you guys haven't already, hit the stream with a big thumbs up, especially if you guys want to see more streams. This is my first stream in like 6 months. So, those of you guys tuning in, if you want to see more streams like this and even channel review streams, hit it with a big thumbs up. It lets me know if you guys want to see, more streams on this channel like this. All right, let's take a look at another question here. What else do you guys got for me? So, yeah, Sean. Yeah, so Creighton actually answered your question. Yeah, it's based off of your internet, not your computer performance, but computer performance also matters. So they both matter. Like if your computer isn't that good, it's not going to be able to push a high bitrate, right? But if your internet's not that good either, then it won't be able to handle the high bitrate. So you need both to really make it work. That's just how it goes. And you never want to set your bitrate equal to your internet speed. So I think a good example, like if your internet is 5 megabits per second, which is really low, and you pay attention to the upload speed, by the way. Upload speed is what matters here. If your internet's like 5 meg up, you don't want to set your bitrate to be 5,000, right? because it's going to be too equal. So you have to lower it, maybe make it 4,000, so that way you have a little bit of room to work with in case it fluctuates. Your bit rate, maybe it will go up to 4,500. Sometimes that happens. Like right now, I am streaming at 12,000. That's what I set OBS, and my upload speed's probably like 25 right now. Let me see. I can run a speed test if I want to, but yeah, my upload's like probably like 25-ish. I'm running it now to see what it turns out to. Hopefully I'm not gonna. Okay, it's like 35 right now. Like 30-ish. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So not too bad for me, but I set mine to 12,000, and right now I see my bit rate shooting up to 13,000 kilobits per second. So yeah, that's why it's important to just keep that in mind, to not match it and just have a little bit of bandwidth there. What is the best LED setup? That's going to be probably personal preference, honestly. Like whatever you feel looks cool. Nano leaves, lots of nano leaves. Maybe LEDs on the ceiling, like, you know, covering the corners, like a light strip. Gouvet's pretty good. I like Gouvet's. Also Lifex bulbs are pretty nice too. Or Philips is incredible as well. The Philips bulbs actually integrate with the Stream Deck pretty well. So yeah, it's, I don't know, personal preference, man. Like whatever, however how much LED you want to have at it, have fun. What do I use? I mean, right now I have a light there on the floor to kind of give a, so like it gives the vibe of like an LED effect, but I haven't really set up a ton of LEDs here. That one in particular, I believe, is it from Gavi? Govi? Oh, my bad. It's from Newer. I have one in the corner here that's from Gavi. It's a light pole. I don't know if I should like take the camera off. I don't want to mess with the camera, but yeah, I have another light here in the corner of my room that is from Gavi, and it's just like, you know, it's just a stick. It's a light strip pole, and then down there is one from Newer. I'll show it to you just so you know what it is. See if I can find it here. Where the heck is this thing? It's like a portable one. Oh wait, was that it? Okay, this might have been it here. Yeah, I'm using this thing. I think I paid the $90 for it. But yeah, I bought it myself. It's handy. Because I can move it around. So that was like the main reason why I bought this. It's not something that I just stick somewhere and it's stationary and that's it. Like if I film a video like on the other side of this studio, I can move the light with it and give a nice scenery effect instead of it being kind of grayed out and boring. And I can take it other areas of the house too if I want to and give a nice atmosphere vibe. If I'm filming or if I have even company over, if, they last for a good while and they're portable. That they can last hours on a charge, and it charges via USB-C as well. So yeah, this is what I use. It's pretty good. I like it. I don't know what other RGBs I might add to this room just yet, but that's where I'm at the moment.
Oops. Do you have a video to show how to add Streamlabs to OBS? I need to make my stream more fire. Yes, I do actually have a video on that. I'm imagining you're talking about the Streamlabs plugin. I think you're working. I think that's what you're talking about. So if that's the case, yes, I did make a video on that. Is this one right here? This one right here. So if you search up Streamlabs plugin and maybe like Midnight Man, I guess you'll find it right here. And this actually goes into detail with how to add.
How big it is.
Add your your alerts and control stuff right in OBS. I think, it goes in quite a bit of detail. And what's honestly like super dope is that they actually use this video for their their email communications for announcing everybody like, hey, this thing works on OBS now, which is freaking sick. So yeah, go check out this video here, and that should tell you everything you need to know with adding Streamlabs into OBS. Sounds good. IGKJ, appreciate you for stopping by. I suppose I will answer your last question there up there. What is the best budget gaming chair and desk? I don't think I've really used enough gaming chairs and desks to really give a full answer on that, to be honest. Like, I would need to use a lot more gaming chairs and desks. I would say the gaming chairs at Staples are pretty decent. And they're cheap. They're on the cheaper side, but I don't know if you really, I'm not really crazy about them. Like, I would say if you're gonna get a gaming chair, get something with nice adjustable arms, something where you can, set where those positions are. I think it's very important. And then obviously something that's adjustable. You can move it up and down. It's not locked in. It's not totally stationary to the position that you set it in. And you can move the seat back and stuff like that. But yeah, budget. I just haven't used enough chairs. I don't want to give I've only really used 2 gaming chairs like for a extended period of time. This one here from Ewin, which is freaking awesome. Comfortable. It's actually held up decently well. And then I used one from Killa Bee, and they're out of business. So, not good measures. But I would say get it from a reputable company. Like, I think Ewin's very reputable. Secret Labs is also very reputable, but they're pretty expensive too. We can check to see what their cheapest budget-friendly chairs are. They also have desks too, but boy, those are expensive. I reached out to them like, hey, want to send me a desk and chair? And I was too late on my response to them, to say the least. So when they were distributing those, it just missed. I missed it in my inbox. I missed the window, guys. So I could have had my chance to test out another chair out there. But oh well, next time. Yeah, let's see. I mean, how cheap are their chairs on Secret Labs? Like, these are high quality chairs, but boy, I think they're probably pretty expensive. Even their light chairs. Yeah, $449. I mean, that's not cheap. So let's go to Staples. Oh my God. Because, like, honestly, like, these chairs will do the trick. Like, I sat in these when I was looking for my office chair recently, and they're fine. Like, something like this will do the job. I wouldn't get this. I don't think this looks, I mean, it'll work too, but it doesn't seem like super comfortable. Like this, you're locked in, so I don't think that's very ideal. Same with this, you're locked in. It looks like, get something like this. I would recommend if you've never bought a gaming chair. Like, this is helpful for probably people who never got one. But something like this, you can at least adjust the arms. You can set the seat back, and you'll be chilling. You'll be cool. And look, this has good reviews, and it's $160. looks to be on sale right now. So might want to act fast if you're gonna get something like this. That's a super deal. I don't know much about that Emerge company, but you know, obviously they make decent chairs because the reviews are pretty good. So yeah, and then the company here, Ewin, that's pretty good too. So you guys can check out Ewin, that's on the back here. As for desk, you know, I wouldn't be able to say. Like, I know the Secret Labs desk is absolutely insane, but it's absolutely insanely priced too. And I would like to try it out, but maybe one day. The desk I'm using, which I thought it was a pretty affordable. Let me go into my settings. I'll tell you guys what my desk is if I don't have it listed out here. Shame on me if I don't have it listed out. I may not have it listed out here. Okay. But I have a standing desk that I'm using. So personally, I would get something where it's adjustable depending on your height. Like, you don't want to get something that is, you know, locked in, because that's what I did for my first desk, the black desk that maybe you guys, some of you might remember from my old place. You know, I was locked into that desk and I could not, you know, adjust it to height. Maybe I want to stand. Maybe I just want a different positioning. You can't do that with these locked desks. Okay, so yeah, the desk I bought was actually from FlexiSpot. Again, it's not super budget friendly, but it's cheaper than that. It's cheaper than the Secret Labs desk. So it's the FlexiSpot EN1. And they actually have like a whole bunch of different sizes there. So they do have some cheaper options if you need it. But yeah, take a look at this one. This is actually what I'm using right now. I'm just using it in white, but they had all these different colors here. And it was good for me gaming wise, because it had the headphones holder here on the right. You see here, I just installed mine on the left side because that's closer to where my console is. But yeah, these are pretty good. You know, they start where? About 140 bucks. You can get the smallest desk here. It's a standing desk. I think that's good. Like, if you have a small setup, I think that works. And if you need a bigger setup, you can get the 55-inch. That's what I have. And it's been great. It's seriously been great. I really like the setup. So, I don't know. That's what I'd recommend, because I'm using it. Other desks I just haven't used to give you a fair assessment. But I've used this desk and it's solid. It's good. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't think it's worth it. Like, $800 for a freaking desk? Like, dude. Could we buy it? Sure. Should we? No. No. And it's actually more than $800. The Magnus Pro is $1,000, man. Freaking desk. These people are out of their minds. No. And you're telling me it's on sale right now. Get the out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. Freaking nuts. These people have actually lost their minds. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Like, that's definitely like probably the best desk, but no. $800 for a desk. My stream setup better run by itself in my Yo. Yes. Yes. Man. It better be automated. I better sit down and the stream is ready to go and it's fluid. Not worth it, man. Like, dude, the cable management trays, dude, I put cable management trays on this desk that I bought for $200. I put my own trays on there. And it has almost the same functionality. I mean, it might not have that slot on the back side of this desk where you can manage them even easier, but who cares? I'll live and I'll keep my money in my pocket. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy, 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 guys. No way. Crazy. Oh, yes. I'm aware. Actually, my homie here, Creighton, he shared with me a monitor review that SpawnPoint did. What was it? The Asus ROG something. I'm going back to our chat, bro. Yeah, the ROG PG27 UCDM. That ish looks crazy. Yeah, here it is. This looks to be it. No, I got it on Best Buy right now, looks like. Yeah, OLED QHD. And this is crazy, guys. 4K, 240 hertz. That is mind-bending. Like, wow. Nuts. If this is the one that's 4K. It should be. Let's see. This is, yeah. Oh, no, this is 2K, guys. This is the one that's 2K. So they released another one just recently that is 4K. I want to know how much it costs. Is this it? Oh, this is a 32-incher though. "4K, 240 hertz. That is insane, dude. 0.03 milliseconds. Reaching pro level territories there, my friends. But it's $1,200. Whew, hurts the soul a little bit, but man, you're gonna have a crazy gaming experience. That is nuts, man. Wow. And I believe they have the 27-inch version too, from what I saw. So, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yes, I'm on. The response time's nuts. I thought 1 millisecond was a lot. I mean, it is. It's good. But a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second? What the heck? 0.03? Like, dude. Yeah, pretty insane. And it's OLED. And I'm sure if you guys got something like this and it was brought into your house, there's just no turning back. You are in deep, man. It's over. You're gonna have to take the hit on this and be like, I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna take the debt. Bro, that's crazy. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys, what your ideal next monitor is going to be, but man, this is an intense display here. Getting the chills, just like imagining playing on it. Insane. Oh my God. Man. All right, any cheap mid-price PC or gaming laptop that you recommend? So cheap, I would go with the laptop I mentioned in my latest video, the Acer Aspire 3. That is a decent machine. I'll put it up on it for you. Yeah. Did they raise the price of it? They might have raised the price back up. Looks like they may have. That's exclusive to Amazon people. Anyways. Yeah, this is the laptop here. You can see. I tested this hands-on for myself. Really solid, actually. Surprisingly, it only has integrated graphics, but it's solid. It's good. It's good. Quad-core processor. You know, for me, like from a cheap standpoint, I would say this checks the boxes. Obviously, it does, or else I wouldn't have even made that video that I did on this. But this is a good machine, solid. And then just don't overburden it. Like, don't load up a whole bunch of sources and scenes. Don't really try to stretch this thing out, because then you're gonna be really pushing it to its absolute limits. But if you just have like a couple scenes, like you have your gameplay, your face cam, maybe another scene for just like your face cam for just chatting or whatever, and you put your alerts over top of it, you're chilling, you're good. You know, you're good, you're fine, you're gonna be Gucci. So this would be my recommendation for like a cheap laptop, that is. If I go back to my Amazon shop here, I actually have a whole list of machines that I recommend. These probably have to be updated again. I just updated these like a few months ago, and like within 5 or 6 months, they refresh them out and they have new stuff probably coming in to replace this, or they relist it. I've noticed they do that too. Same thing. Okay, like whatever. So yeah, some of these computers are pretty solid, I'd say. Very solid in my opinion, based on the specs. I wouldn't have put it in the list. I think a good, like if you have a little bit more of a budget, I would definitely get something with a dedicated graphics card on it. Which one had the 40 series card on it? This one was from 20. This is a little bit more, but this is definitely a solid machine. It's a 2024 model. But this is a Asus ROG. Has a 4060 in it. Intel i7, 13th gen, 16 gigs of RAM. DDR5, by the way, pretty good. 1 terabyte of SSD storage space. It has Windows 11. You know, it has all the works, man. It has all the freaking works. And this is, you know, $1,300-ish. This is getting in that upper area. But I think specs, price, I really believe this is a good build. And you can game on this and stream on it at the same time. I would give you that A-OK to do. You'll be able to get away with it for sure. It's an absolute solid unit machine there. And if you want to go a little bit more cheap friendly, but you want to still get the dedicated graphics card and all that stuff, I think the Acer Nitro 5 is also a pretty good option too, that I have here. It has a 3050 in it, so still a very solid graphics card. I would say you could still get away with streaming and recording at the same time. You may not be able to go like max settings on your game if you're gaming on the laptop, but it also works very well. Very, very good. Solid CPU. You really can't go wrong. It's good. Good amount of RAM as well. 16 gigs. At least get something with 8 gigs of RAM. You know, very good stuff. And what else we got in my list here? This is one I had up top for a while for like PC. They have some options here for it, but I'm sure you could still find a similar build. You're around the $1,500 price tag mark, then you're getting a good setup here too. And you're getting a 3060. But, you know, the 30 series cards, you know, those should be even cheaper now. Like the 50 series should be coming out soon. So if you want to get things on sale or wait to get like, you know, something even more powerful, you can wait a little bit. Probably by spring, summer-ish, you should get the 50 series. Hopefully. I would suspect. Maybe sooner, I don't know. But, you know, this is a pretty decent build too. So you have your options, my friend. You have your options. But yeah, these are all in my list below. It's in my Amazon storefront, so you can just go here. You don't have to get a computer necessarily from this list, but you can, you know, come here, click on the PCs I recommend, and you know, I have a bunch here. I'm gonna probably refresh this soon with some new tech, but I mean, you can still like look at the specs that are here, look at, you know, the information that these listings have, paste it into Amazon, and you can get, you know, the latest listing of that computer. Like even some of these mini PCs are good too. Ryzen 7 on this mini PC, 16 gigs of RAM. It's on sale right now for $270. Boy, hard to go wrong with that. And this you can definitely stream on. Absolutely, you can stream on this. Now, gaming and streaming at the same time, that might be pushing things a lot, but you would be still in good shape. Like you're gonna be chilling with this. It doesn't have dedicated graphics. It's integrated here, but you're still gonna be chilling. Like your CPU's good enough to handle on its own. Just use the hardware encoder when you set up your OBS settings, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You will be a-okay. These new mini PCs and computers are really solid, and you know, we're getting to that point to where like, hey, whatever computer you're gonna get nowadays, it's gonna be okay enough to stream on. It's just like the streaming and gaming thing at the same time. Like the next step for us in this space really should be we should not be having a problem streaming in the highest possible settings while streaming in like 2K or 4K. Like that's kind of the next spot we need to get to. But I think a lot of these newer computers coming out, they can handle at least some of these lower settings and lower resolution stuff quite fine. You will be good. You won't be lagging. You'll be all right. You'll be chilling. So hopefully that's able to help out your question there. But I have many computers that I recommend. Probably the ones I showed you just now are the ones that I would lean towards the most. Also, Asus TUF. Asus TUF gaming laptop is also really solid. I know I showed another from Acer, I believe, but like this one here is pretty good too. This one's like $700. It's also on Amazon's choice. But you know, for the specs you get here, it's not a bad price. 2050 graphics card, that's fine. You know, it's okay. But definitely just stay away from like the 10 series. You don't really want to go there. That's kind of dipping back into the past. And you know, like I've been saying all this stream, like look a little bit forward if you're gonna get tech. Like if you can't afford it now, just continue to save up. Get something a little bit newer, like a year or two old max, because you don't want to get something old because those CPUs they just lack performance and efficiency and power, and you just don't want to be stuck in a situation where you spent, you know, a decent amount of money on a laptop. Maybe it was a little older, but that's what you could afford, and now you can't really stream in the quality that you would want to long term. So save and invest in something solid, like in some of the examples that I just showed you, and you will be perfectly fine streaming. Like if you can have a budget between like $500 to $1,500, like that range, you will be absolutely gold. And if you're really in a pinch and you don't think you'll ever be able to afford something in that range, then even the budget PC that I just showed, or that budget the mini PC that I also showed, like the budget laptop and the budget mini PC, are both good. You'll just need to get those extra peripherals for the PC, of course, like the keyboard and the monitor and all that stuff. But even those run great because they're newer machines. So personally, save up, get something better if you can. But if you're really in a pinch, then yeah, get the cheaper options, which will work pretty good. They'll work good. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, X-Trots. Let's see this question that we have here. Hey, I am doing live streams on Android and I am using Prism Live. For some reason, I can't hear in-game audio in the stream. Can you help me? Yeah, it should pass automatically. All right, so are you able to hear? Is it both you can't hear the audio and it's not being recorded at the same time? Or is it like one or the other? I wonder. Because the way that it's supposed to work is you go live and it'll just pick up your audio automatically. There's no like special settings or something you can set outside of just making sure your app has the permissions to pull the audio and all that stuff. Like, so if you have all that checked off, it should work. It should work. And also, what phone do you have? Like, if it's like an older Android, sometimes those can be issue prone. I've noticed. Like, if you're on an old OS, old Android OS, old phone, trying to run software, sometimes it doesn't always. Things can get finicky. So I'd also make sure you're all up to date too. Let me see it. I'm gonna scroll back up here because I know you guys have answered some other or asked some other questions. I am still on OBS right now. Currently using it as we speak. And my reasoning for that is just a little bit more efficient. And I don't kind of need all of the features and bloat that's in Streamlabs desktop. Those features are very helpful for people who want to easily build out a stream. But for me, I'm chilling with what I got. I have what I need, and I can make things run very smoothly with what I have. I like the customization too. Full control here, guys. So that's just my preference. I like using OBS the most. But Streamlabs is still good. Streamlabs is still great. It's still great, especially if you're just starting out too. It makes things a whole lot easier for setting up. You don't have to do all these custom sources and plugins. You don't got to do all that stuff. Everything's already in Streamlabs, but just keep in mind it can use up more resources. Let's see, what else we just got? Best CPU for 3060 Ti graphics cards? Anyone that's compatible with it, my friend. Yeah, I don't really have a best CPU option, I'd say. I think in this kind of case, like for that sort of specific question like that, I would turn to a GPT, my friend. Or not GPT, but Gemini. I would ask Gemini that question. So I'm actually gonna plop that in there. Let's see what Gemini recommends, because I wouldn't say I have a recommended CPU. I would just use one that works. So I'm gonna ask it. Use Gemini to your advantage. Let's see what it said. I actually do this sometimes just to get a different perspective. So let's see. Oh, we got 3 here. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, Intel Core i5 12400F, and AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. Well, there you have it. Question solved. Because I'm sure there's a laundry list at work, but yeah, I get it. You wanna have the CPU that's most efficient with your graphics card and your motherboard, for that matter. Some of y'all are running old motherboards and upgrading all the stuff, but like at that point, you gotta update the computer, man. You gotta call it, because you're gonna get to the point to where you have a great graphics card. You might have the 50 series that comes out, but then you're on this old motherboard and you're not going to get the most out of the graphics card, nor out of the CPU for that matter. So just, yeah. I would use AI features like Gemini, and you can actually ask it, hey, are your parts most optimized for working together? Or is it time to upgrade, the whole computer? Like, definitely use this kind of stuff to your advantage, because it's very helpful. to asking pertinent questions. But yeah, there you go, man. AI just did the job for me. You don't even need to watch the stream. Look at that. Oh, pending comments. Yeah, so I just clicked the three-dotted icon next to someone's chat or even my chat, and that will pin it. Easy peasy. Okay. I'll go back to the bottom here. What's good, Neverman? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So Just Know he says, I need help on how to make me lag less in game as I go live, because before I go live playing Fortnite, I'm at like 20-ish ping, and right as I go live, I go up to 50. Yeah, so it sounds like your internet is being absolutely throttled when you're going live while you're gaming, because when you're doing both, it's going to take bandwidth from your internet from both. So I would first off run a speed test, see where you're at with your internet. And then from there, you may need to adjust your bit rate. You may need to lower the bit rate. I don't know what you've set your bit rate to, but if it's like I don't know, like 10,000, maybe try 8,000 or 7,000, 6,000, and just keep going down until your issue subsides. Because that is never fun to not be able to play your game and have a high ping like that. And it's definitely the internet that's doing that. So you're gonna need to reduce the streaming bit rate so that way you have less lag. Upload speed is 6 and I have a bit rate at 3,500. Yeah. So this is the other issue with, not having enough or a lot of upload speed. You need download and upload to game because you're sending to the player that you're playing against or with, and they're sending back to you. So that's like you're doing a download and upload, like in and outs basically. So that still needs a certain amount of speed. Then you have your computer where you're trying to push a stream out, so that's even more. And then who knows, whatever other devices you might have on your internet. You might have, a sibling upstairs or your mom, dad, whatever. They might also be using up the internet. They might be watching Netflix or something. Good gracious. You're really going to be cooked with 6. You're really going to be cooked. So you're going to have everybody get off the internet. Everybody off. So you can just game and stream. And it may work in that circumstance. But yeah, that's rough. Because 3,500 is like kind of like the bar for just having decent quality. If you start dipping below that, then it's going to even get, start getting blotchy, getting blurry. But you may want to test that out. Try like a 2,000 kilobit per second stream and see if your issues are still there. Like, because you're going to need some bandwidth back, it looks like here. Like 6 is just not enough here from what it's sounding like, or you're going to need to start taking devices offline, which is an absolute pain in the butt. But yeah, it may be necessary in this case, unless you can convince yourself or someone else to get a higher internet speed. Oh yeah, Creighton is the mod, man. Yes, making Kenny, yes. Yeah, but yeah, dude, you're gonna need to get that internet sorted, because that's what you're dealing with the most right here, and that sucks. But that's what I would do. I would start lowering your bit rate. You get 32-ish up. Man, I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I should not be at 30 though. I should be at 200 plus, and I got to call Verizon. They're making me angry, to say the least. Oh man. But hopefully that helps. Just Snowy. I'm surprised, honestly, like those speeds are still being offered around here. Like, what the heck is going on? It's 2025, guys, and we're still dealing with internet That's slow? What? Like, what is going on? I'm at a loss. What's good, King of Pez? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. But for real, what is going on? Why do we... Like, everybody should have 100 down, 100 up, like... Especially in, like, US, Europe. What is, like, seriously, what's going on? Crazy. Canada. Shoot, Mexico. Everybody deserves good internet. Even at my resort, I had pretty good internet in Mexico. Like, we were chilling. Yo, thank you for subscribing, bro. Much appreciated. Thank you. What camera I'm using? I'm using the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. That is my camera setup. I actually put my whole setup in the link description below if you guys are interested in checking that out. You can go to my storefront. I put in all my stuff I'm using. Creighton is a man of the people's here. He is getting questions that I'm missing, so dude is the king here. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. What is the best headphones for gamers and YouTubers? Well, best, subjective a little bit, right? But I mean, if for me, it's got to be this headset right here, the Arctis Nova Pro wireless headset. This thing is absolutely incredible. Like, it feels really good on the head. I'm able to also easily record and stream gameplay from my PS5 with this headset directly connected to the PlayStation. Actually, earlier in this stream, I touched on it, how this setup is so great and how it seamlessly can allow you to stream, record, while being able to capture your audio and hear it all at the same time, and you're wireless. So, like, it just doesn't get any better than that. This is an absolutely phenomenal headset. Oops. As it falls apart, no, it's just part of the mechanism to charge it there. But yeah, this is an excellent headset. I was actually going to return it, guys, after I did my video on it a year ago, and I just couldn't. I'm like, damn, this headset's too good. I cannot return this thing. No way. So yeah, that's definitely the best. It's a little expensive though. I think it's like $300 or so, but it's definitely the best. It's definitely the best. I can't say that it's not. And then you also said, yeah. I mean, for gamers and YouTubers, yeah, for sure. I can even wire that headset up to my computer and listen to it wired if I wanted to. Like, it's very versatile. The sound and audio quality is actually really good too. Like, I could use that just to listen to music too. Like, that's how good they are. Really, really good. So that's what I would say is the best, for sure. Hands down. Yo, what's going on? Damir Merriweather, welcome to the stream, my friend. He says, good evening, bro. Happy New Year. What can make a gameplay recording from OBS inconsistent? Sometimes it records clearly, and other times it's blotchy and blurry, loses quality. These are all the things we don't like to have in our gameplay, and I totally get that. You know, I've been there. I've had the blotchy gameplay where it doesn't look good whatsoever. But the things I've done to help rectify the issue, first off, you got to understand like your hardware. Like what kind of components do you have? Do you just have a CPU? You got to have a CPU on your computer, but do you have that along with dedicated graphics? Do you have integrated graphics on your CPU? I mean, which all of them do, but how good are those integrated graphics on your CPU? Because like I was kind of chatting up with the stream earlier, you know, a lot of the newer components that are coming out nowadays, even the CPUs, they have really good integrated graphics where you can use the hardware encoder that is offered in OBS to better record and stream your gameplay through that live streaming software. So if at all possible, it's best to use the hardware encoder. I think that's what you really ideally should be using. So you either put the load of streaming and recording on your graphics card or your integrated graphics component part of your processor. So that way your CPU is in better shape. But now let's say, some of you guys just have your CPU and the integrated graphics is not viable. And I've used plenty of computers where that has been the case, where their hardware and software encoders are just absolutely like awful. Like you can't do anything on it, where you're getting the worst footage you could possibly imagine in your life. And you're just on the struggle bus. So in that case, you have to use the CPU. And in those cases, you want to keep your encoder preset at very fast. I haven't really seen much of a use case unless you have an insane CPU, like incredibly fast CPU, or running dual CPUs, all that crazy setup. You're typically not going to be able to go above that very fast marker or below it, above and below. So if you're going, let's say, at a faster preset, and maybe it'd make sense if I could show this so that I'm not just talking about it. I like to show things. I don't know about you guys. I like to show what things look like. So let's do that actually. All right, you're gonna see some craziness here. But yeah, if I go to my settings here and I go to output, we can see that I'm using my NVIDIA encoder, which is a hardware encoder. I'm using the graphics card. So you're not going to see the same settings, of course, but there is a preset. Even if you guys are using the CPU for your encoder, if you see a preset here, you can actually change that to being faster, which is a lower quality, or you can slow it down, which would be a better quality. But yeah, most of the CPUs, if you are using your CPU, changing it to a super slow preset is just really going to slow things down. Really going to slow things down. And you're going to have choppy footage. If you make it too fast, you're going to have blurry footage, right? That's just usually how this goes. Blurry footage, choppy footage, if your specs are not what they should be. Like, you usually make it faster if your CPU or your hardware component that you have is just not very good. That's when you have to make it quicker, so that's spending less time trying to encode your video to make it a high quality. That's the important thing. But just keep things default, keep things very fast, unless you really understand your hardware. The other thing is the bit rate. The bit rate, you want to have that. It varies depending on what you're trying to record in. But if you're, let's say, like in my case, I'm doing a 1080p stream here. Even for 1080p recordings, I like to go with usually like 8,000 and higher, or even 6,000 and higher is cool. Especially for streaming to Twitch, for example, because you can't push over 6,000. So just sticking with 6,000 is fine for your bit rate. But if you want to have it less blotchy looking, less blurry and weird looking, then up it. Make it 12,000, 14,000, 18,000, 20,000. It's going to take more strain on your computer. So that might not be feasible for everybody. And if you're getting blotchy, blurry, choppy footage, then it's just your computer can handle it, and you're gonna need to go that 6,000 and below marker and try to get your bit rate to work out there. But it may be a little blurry because of the bit rate being so low. So it all comes down to how good your computer specs are. But mine are good enough to where I can do this stream or even do recordings in 12,000. I've even had 20,000, 30,000 kilobit per second recordings that I've done on this computer writing to disk, and it does a good job. But that's because I'm using an i7 CPU and I'm using a 2060 NVIDIA graphics card. Those things help to be able to not put a lot of strain on the computer. So yeah, if you're getting blurry footage, increase the bit rate. Preset, just keep it at very fast or whatever the default is if you're using CPU. But you can lower it, make it slower, so that you'll have less blurry footage, but it could be choppy because it can't keep up. So some things to keep in mind there. I know that was kind of a lot, but I would say at the end of the day, the bit rate is the thing that will make or break how bad looking your footage is. If your bit rate is set to 500, you're gonna have horrible looking blurry footage. If it's set to 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, it's gonna look a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, and sharp. Just be careful with the preset, because the preset will also break your footage. Yeah. Give it a go. And we'll be live for a bit longer here, so just come back, hit me up. Also, you can go in the Discord. Everybody here can go in the Discord and go to the setup help channel there, and we can help you out there as well with some questions that you guys might have. Yes, we got some good choices here. So the one that I've been showing to you guys a lot is Photopea. So that's a good one you guys can try out. It's basically like Photoshop. It has all the similar functionalities of Photoshop outside of the advanced features, and it works really well. I've used it to make thumbnails before, and it's solid, and it's completely free. Another good one, and it's also in web format as well. The other one that's good is Pixlr. Pixlr is also similar to Photoshop, and it also has a web interface, so you can use it on your laptop or on a Chromebook, whatever, and make thumbnails completely for free using that as well. I think another one is Canva, but it has limited features. I don't think it has enough, in my opinion. Some people have found a way to make decent looking thumbnails using Canva, using like basic elements, but I don't know, for gaming thumbnails, I just don't think it's, to me, I don't think it's suitable enough to get, the thumbnails that you want to have for your videos. So I would personally not use that, but the other two I think are really good and will sharpen up your skills more finely versus like an easy to use editor like Canva. Yeah, they should. I don't see why not. If you connect them with your computer, yeah, go for it. All right, just know he says, also I love your videos and your content, and I'm a YouTuber of my own. Love that. And would want to know any tips about how to get sponsored in any way. I would first ask, how far are you along your YouTube journey? Oops, I stopped over my trash. Because if you're not that far, I wouldn't make that a primary concern right now. I don't know how long you've been doing it, or how much growth you've experienced since you've started. But if you're kind of in the beginning phases here, I would. Yeah, 30. Oh, my bad. I did not look at your sub numbers. You're at 34,000 subs. Oh my goodness, it's freaking solid, man. Very, very solid. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, I'd say you're established in, absolutely. You're absolutely established with that sub marker. I don't know what the viewers, your average viewership is like, but that also plays into it, of course. But I think the first thing is have an email that is open to anybody to reach out to. Like I have multiple email accounts from Gmail that I use to do YouTube. You're gonna want to have that email in all of your descriptions of your videos. I don't care how many videos you may have uploaded, but you're gonna want to put that in all of them, especially the ones that are like your top 10. Like if you don't have a ton of time to do that, at least do it for your top 10 most viewed videos in the month. So that way, at least you're getting most of the eyes that are coming to your channel to see that description and see where people can reach out for sponsorship opportunities. Because that's what I have. That's what I have in every single one of my videos. I have a note that says, hey, if you want to work with me, whatever, reach out here. Cool. And I also have that on my page as well. So you're definitely going to want to have that for starters. The other thing is you can always reach out proactively to people on Twitter. That's one spot I've kind of gotten promos from, as well as reaching out to companies' email addresses. So there might be an option where you can request to collaborate with some of these brands. You're gonna need to either reach out to their contact or to their to their department one of their departments that handle like creator interactions. Like I've done that myself in the past for sponsorships that I've tried to obtain, and actually some of them have actually worked out. The one for, I guess for an example, I did a sponsorship with Duon. Duon, if you're not familiar with that, that is an application to where you can use your phone and connect it directly to your computer to record, capture your gameplay from your phone to OBS. And I just reached out to one of their email addresses that were on their website. I was like, hey, you know, I'd be interested in working with you guys. I think this would be a good fit for the channel. Let me know if you want to work out. This is my idea. I come to them with my thought and what we should do to collaborate with. And, you know, we go from there. You know, either they're game for it or they're not. But it's kind of just reaching out and being a little proactive and messaging folks to see if they would want to work with you. I did that for another brand. This was for Lightstream. I reached out to them. We didn't actually get to do a collaboration. They didn't seem to have the budget for it, but they did give me, you know, access for free to their product. So that way I could play with it. And then I determined for myself whether or not I wanted to make a video on it. I ended up making a video on it. I actually did that one for free. But I wanted to do that because I wanted to help people out that were using a Chromebook that wanted to stream. And Lightstream seemed to be one of the very few options that people could use, that the people could stream their gameplay from a browser to places like Twitch and YouTube, Kick, whatever. And it worked pretty well with a face cam, which is crazy, face cam too. So yeah, you're gonna have to just reach out, find email addresses on websites, go on Twitter, ask around. I did the same thing like with Elgato sometimes. Like they reached out to me via Twitter to get one of their capture cards a long time ago. So just having those communication streams open is important. For me, I haven't even been using Twitter. I'm not even on Twitter. Who knows what I've got in inbox there? Probably shame on me. Probably some missed opportunities in my Twitter inbox, but Twitter's just been too much for me. So I'm just not on it right now. But yeah, reach out to these folks, man. Reach out to their Twitters. Reach out to people who are, who you know are affiliated with a company even, you know? Those kind of things can help. Yep. Yes, hopefully that helps, my friend. Average viewers in live streams are about 400. That's insane, dude. You're freaking going at it. I'm gonna want you to come back for this for my channel review streams that I do. That'll probably be the next stream that we do on this channel. That's where I go and review your guys's pages, and I give you guys some tips. But man, you'd be a very helpful ear to have to help people with their journey on streaming and making videos on YouTube, because you're doing it big. So that's excellent. I don't see how you can't get viewers. I mean, if it's just Fortnite content, that's probably, you know, a challenging space to get sponsorships. Like, I guess, you know, what sponsorships do we usually see in that space? Like G Fuel or like other brands that are similar to that? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't really see a lot of promos for, you know, in those kind of videos. But like, I feel like you should be able to get some sort of like stream promo, because those do exist. Shoot, like maybe even for like a Fortnite tracker site. Like, I don't see why not, right? You're gonna have to just reach out to some of these folks. Like, think folks that you think would be a good fit. And look at some other streamers too. See, like, who are their promos? Maybe you can reach out to not the streamer, but, you know, the brands that they're affiliated with. Like, reach out to them proactively and tell them, hey, I think I could advertise for you very well and you would be a good fit. You know, you have to sell yourself a little bit. Sean says, you have 207K subs and you still work a full-time job? I do. I do, my friend. I do. We're grinding, man. We're grinding. Like, yeah, I could do YouTube full-time, but why not have 2 incomes instead of 1? So I work in the cybersecurity space. We're doing both for now. Trying to get that early retirement, man. We're on that grind, man. I'm young right now, so I have the energy. Let's see. A lot of questions here. Thank you guys for so much like support here on the stream, as well as interacting here. Like, the streams aren't possible without your guys's help here. So I do appreciate all of y'all. All right, this is a good question. I have one more question here. When wanting to have yourself on a thumbnail, what's the next best possible way to get poses if you don't have a separate camera? Your phone technically is a separate camera, which comes with a timer. They do have timers on those too, and you can set a tripod up on it. If you don't have that, you can use your webcam, and you can take poses via the screenshot feature in OBS, so that can work too, if you want. Just set up a hotkey. It can work that way. I haven't seen a timer camera. There might be like a timer camera feature plugin in OBS. I'm not too familiar with if there's one of those. But with OBS, they make plugins for everything. I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't think there's a timer camera. So I would someone asked the question, take camera shots with a timer in OBS. I'm just checking Reddit here to see. I don't know if did anyone reply to this. I don't think anyone replied. So yeah, in that case, I would just take the screenshot image out of OBS. That'd probably be the best way to go in my opinion here. Yeah. But if you can use your phone and use the timer camera there, that would work too. Because you're going to be slightly limited if you are just using it out of OBS, because you're going to need one hand to like take the image, but you can use your other hand to like kind of be in the still image, but just use your other hand to take the screenshot itself, like from the keyboard. You just need to set up the hotkey. Really, not too bad. And if you guys are confused on how that is or what I'm talking about here, if you go into your settings, if you go to where's hotkeys, yeah, there's an option to screenshot. So right now I have mine set to Control S. So if I press Control S, I'm going to take a screenshot of whatever is in my OBS right now. So like this is where you set it. And if I press that, it's gonna screenshot what you guys see here right now. If I press Control S, that is. Yeah, so the only thing to make a Chromebook work is the app or the web app called Lightstream. OBS, you cannot install that onto a Chromebook, and nor can you do Streamlabs. Doesn't work, unfortunately. So without those, you can't push a normal stream typically, because Chromebook, it's a containerized Linux ecosystem, so it has limited features. So the only way to get to work is Lightstream, and Lightstream is pretty cool. like I was just mentioning to the stream earlier, I reached out to those folks to like, do a collaboration, and they gave me it for free so I could test it out on a Chromebook, and it works. It works well. So this is the tool here. It works right in the web in your browser, and you can start streaming. You can add your gameplay. You can add a capture card to it. You can add your face cam. You can add alerts. It works really well. So it is not free, unfortunately. It is not free. But this is the way I would stream if I had a Chromebook. So I would definitely check it out. Just type in Lightstream Studio on Google and give it a look. Yeah, ideally you're gonna want a Windows or Mac computer to really have a nice stream that you can fully customize out. Chromebooks are just not ideal. They are just not it. Sorry to say. Mud Gang. Hold on, brother. So you said, how do you set up a one PC stream? Just built my first PC. Please answer, so confused. I mean, you got your PC now. Should be all you need is OBS Studio with your PC. And once you have OBS Studio, you would be able to create a scene. And with one of your sources, I can show it up on my screen too. All you need is this thing, OBS Studio. That's what I'm running right now. And in my sources, what you can do, if you're using a capture card, you use a video capture device. But in your case, probably going to be using your display. You're going to be using a monitor. So you can do a display capture here. If you go into the display capture, I'm not going to click into this because it's going to... Well, could I click it? I guess I could click into this. Yeah, let's click into it. Why not? But you see how I can pull up stuff from my my Windows? So you're just going to basically want to select your capture method, which you can do Windows 10 here. That's fine. Or you can just keep it automatic. And then you can choose a display. That's an easy way to do it. I'm going to get out of that. I canceled it. Delete that. The other way to do this is by capturing a certain window. You can do the window capture option here. You're using Windows at the moment, aren't you? Why doesn't Mac have the application? Well, their stuff is different, Sean. Yeah, their setup is not the same. They have the Mac OS screen capture and audio capture options, which essentially are the same things. They're just different names. Like Windows and Mac are not going to be identical. They're not going to have the same stuff. Like they're coded differently, so they're not going to be in alignment with settings and source features. Yeah, if you want to record your gameplay, another way to do that, you can do a window capture. And this will allow you to select a specific window on your computer, which could be, coming from Steam, for example, or maybe from Epic Games Launcher or Fortnite. You can select that particular window, and that way you can load that up and then stream your game, just like that. And it's actually a lot easier to do a single PC setup than a setup like using a console, because you're going to need a capture card to bring in the source. If you have all-in-one option, it's super smooth, super easy, if your computer can handle that. I might add here. Your computer, I don't know what your specs are here, Mud Gang, but as long as you have a decent build, recent, newer type CPU, newer-ish, maybe 30 series or 40 series graphics card, you're chilling. You're chilling. You can stream, record, and game all in the same unit, and be a happy lamb. Happy lamb. You'll be chilling. I guess I should do one of those setup videos later in the future. Maybe when the 50 series comes out. I was kind of itching, maybe to do like an all-in-one PC setup like that, show how that would look and how that would work. Because I don't have a video on it, or a recent video. I don't have a recent video on it. I think I did a video on it maybe, oh boy, probably like 7 years ago. 7 freaking years ago, I showed how to use a one PC setup, but that was with a laptop too. Like I could get like a real gaming PC and show how that could work. Even though I don't really need a gaming PC, what I have here, it is a gaming PC already, so I don't really need another one or a more powerful one since I use my PlayStation most of the time. But yeah, it's pretty simple, my friend. And if you have audio issues, you can always do that application audio capture beta that we were just mentioning. And that will allow you to get your gameplay audio to come through this bad boy right here. So use that to get the audio from your game if you're having issues there. Let's see. No problem. Happy to help. Yes, we're gonna be doing another stream later on channel reviews. So that's different, but I don't know, those streams seem to get a little out of hand. Because I put everybody's name on a wheel and then we just spin it and I just start reviewing your guys' channel. So it gets a little crazy, but we'll see what happens with that stream. This stream is nice because we're chilling. We're cool. Easy to handle. Yo, Mud Gang, please don't spam, my brother. Please don't spam. Please don't spam, dude. Relax, my friend, relax. Mr. Gebkas says my Elgato doesn't capture audio when I play with my headphones and friends from PS5. So what kind of headphones are you using? Are they wired or are they Bluetooth? I got into a big spiel on this earlier in today's stream, but I can give you kind of the cliff notes of it. But basically, if it's Bluetooth, you're going to be really struggling because PlayStation doesn't allow multiple audio outputs. So if you're kind of in that situation, then it's a tough problem to deal with. But if you have like a wired headset, then you can use an Elgato chat link cable with it. You can plug that into your controller, which I have an image here. So basically, for whatever capture card you have, you can plug the chat link cable into there, your headphones go into there, and then you'll be able to hear all the audio, even game party chat, from this controller while it's being split and pulled into your capture card, which hopefully has a line in port on it. And then you just hook up your capture card normal. And if it's an Elgato capture card, you'll probably need to go into the capture utility software and switch that from HDMI to analog, and then you should have your audio coming through. Hey, Green Juice. Welcome to the stream. Got another mod in the house. What's a good? I appreciate the love. I really do. Love back to you. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. It's interchangeable. So you can use a cheap capture card, you can use a different capture card. The thing I try to stress the most to you guys is make sure it has a line in or an analog port. So that way you can get your audio from your capture, from your controller into the capture card. So you can run a setup like this if you need to. It just sucks to only have HDMI ports on it and like the USB port, and then you can't pull your audio out. Like you're stuck using HDMI, which means you'll need to listen to all your audio from the computer, and you'll have no other options. You won't have flexibility. And having a capture card with the analog or line-in port gives you that flexibility. What's good, Mega Man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? It can if you're not using the Bluetooth features of the Pulse 3D headset. That headset, it does have a connection where you can put a 3 millimeter headphone slot in there to then go into a Chaplin cable. So it can work, just can't be using the Bluetooth adapter with it, because if you're using it via Bluetooth, then it won't work. Silent Ninja says, if I remote play PS5 stream, am I playing on TV or PC? A bit confused from your video. Yeah, so I think what I showed in that video was how you could still play from your PlayStation. Because normally, if you're playing remote play, you're going to be playing from the PC. It's going to be from the PC if you're signed into that account. Now, the trick here is you can remote play into one account, and then you can use your second account that's already logged into the PlayStation, or not logged into the PlayStation. You can log into a second account on the PlayStation while you're remote playing, and that's the account that you would game on. So that should be your primary account. Your secondary account should really be the one that you're remote playing into, because you don't want to be playing on the computer because of the latency and the delay and the lag. It's not fun. So hopefully that makes sense. Yes, it would be delayed. Not the second, not if you play directly through the console using your primary account. Your secondary account is what you would want to be using to at least get into remote play on your computer. Like that's the only point of the secondary account. Your main account is what you would then log into on the PlayStation with your controller to play directly on the console and not on the computer, if that makes sense. Yes, 3.5 millimeter jack. I said 3 millimeter. Good God. I'm like, it's it's getting late. It's 1 a.m., guys. Give me a break. Yes, 3.5 millimeter jack. Thing with the 3 rings on it. Oh, man. Am I ever going to do a Xbox budget setup, you know? Maybe so. I had a person earlier in the stream show me a really good recommendation for another budget capture card that checks off all the boxes. And you know, maybe we'll need to do that. Maybe we'll need to do that. I have an Xbox Series S, which is perfect for budget-y things. You know, I'll add it to the list. I'll add it to the list here, my friends. Because I have several setup videos that I need to do, like the Mac Mini M4. A lot of you guys have been requesting that one. And I think it's something that would be cool to do for sure. But, you know, we can only do so many setup videos at a time. These take quite a bit of you know, resources to pull together. These are not so simple to put, you know, simple to just do. They take a lot of time as well. Because I try to make them interesting by getting as many different components that I can to incorporate in the videos instead of the same stuff. Because if I'm just showing the same equipment, you know, it's gonna be the same setup. So we gotta, you know, try to make it, keep it fresh, use different tech in these setups. So it just takes time to like bring it all together, and yeah, it just takes some resources. So, but yeah, I'll put it on my list here. and we'll see when I can get to it. It'll be a this year thing. I'm not gonna say it's gonna come super quick, obviously. But I like the idea. And we'll use the Warwick capture card because that checked off all the boxes. $27 capture card, man, that was crazy. That was really good. What are your goals for 2025? It's a good question. Good question. I mean, obviously, I want to keep the trajectory on the channel. I want to keep that up, if not increase it. You know, we had a great 2024. We were able to achieve up to 200,000 subscribers. And I think, you know, we can even do better this coming year. This past year, 2024, parts of it were just rough. You know, you know, I had other life goals kind of taking up more of the time. So like getting this house here so that we could build this custom studio. Like that took a lot out of me in this, you know, past 2024. But, you know, we're getting to a better spot here. So 2025, I think we'll continue the momentum. I'd love to achieve 300K, you know, this at the end of this year. I mean, that would be a great benchmark to hit. I don't know if we'll hit that, but, you know, I'll try to do my best to see, you know, how far we can go. That would require, you know, getting like 8 to 9K subs a month. We are not quite there. And, you know, the streaming space isn't like super hot, I'll say. You know, it's still doing numbers, but it's not going crazy. But I think, you know, there's going to be a great opportunity when Grand Theft Auto 6 drops. I think there's going to be a lot more people that come into the space and are going to want to know, you know, how to do things with streaming and the technology that comes along with it. So there could be, you know, chances for growth there. Absolutely. So, you know, we're going to try to keep the momentum going. So I want to, you know, continue to make videos that you guys want to see on this channel. I think I'm going to stop taking less like free gimme products that I'm being kind of forced to make videos on that I don't think are most interesting to you guys. So I'm going to do less of that and definitely more of what I believe that you guys would like to see and would be helpful to you guys. So it's definitely one of my big goals for 2025, especially for this channel. I don't know, other goals. I mean, obviously, like I still work full time, so I want to keep advancing in my you know, career there and learning a lot more. So that's still, like, you know, it's always a work in progress. It's in the cybersecurity space, so I want to definitely get more like certs under my belt if I can. If I can get one next year, that'd be really good. So I think that's a goal for me there. So at least keep my mind sharp in that space. And also, obviously, I have like financial goals too, so I can position myself to be more like financially free, which is good. This is why I work full time and I do this full time. Yeah, those are probably my main goals right now. You know, maybe even continue to cultivate some new friendships too. That'd be good. You know, don't shelter myself too much. You know, 'cause sometimes I do that. Like I'll just kind of do my own thing for a little while, or I'll just be in my room or in the house now, and just like I just do my own thing. But you know, I want to continue to foster relationships in my life, and you know, develop good ones, to say the least. I don't want to completely silo myself, even though I'm an introvert. I don't know about y'all. I'm definitely on the introvert side, so I think I want to try to push out those boundaries a little bit and be able to, you know, be more open to people. Because when you're more open to people, you know, then you can kind of, you know, develop more of a closer connection with folks. And I was able to do that a little bit last year, but I want to continue to foster those kind of relationships with the right kind of folks. That's all. Yeah. So yeah, those are my goals, bro. Those are my goals. Like we're just trying to stay positive, trying to stay on the up and up, and be forward thinking. And you know, try to always do the right things. And I hope that you guys can do that too, right? I hope that you guys can, you know, create a good path for yourself, and be productive. You know, help others. Be nice to each other. I always, you know, stress that. Just be nice to each other. It's all right. Life's short, so just, you know, make the most of it. And I definitely try to make the most of it. So, thank you, man. That was a good question. Hey, I'm happy for it. Happy for it, Spaceman. And we got more videos like that. Comment, and please come to me with any ideas that you guys would like to see me. I know I've gotten Mac Mini M4. I've gotten Astro A50X that people want to see. We had the budget Xbox Series set up because I haven't done a budget Xbox one. So I mean, that's a good point. I've only done PS5 ones because I feel like those are the ones in most demand. But why the heck not do it for Xbox too? You know, why not? That's a good point. So yeah, let me know if you guys have you know, additional recommendations or things you guys want to see. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is, and it's interesting too. Like you're fighting the bad guys. I'm on the good side of cyber, not the bad side. Even though the other side definitely more lucrative, but the punishments are also a lot harsher too. So don't be a hacker. Don't be bad. Be good. I know, dude. People are surprised by me when I come out and say, yes, I'm more of an introvert. I'm definitely more of an introvert. Like when the people that I chat with in real life, like our real life friends, when they watch my streams or my videos, they're like, bro, you're not like, I mean, I'm not like that at all, but I'm much more like outgoing on the camera because you kind of need to be. If I was as introverted as I sometimes can be, you know, out in public, the videos would not be entertaining at all. Plus editing helps a lot with that too. So you kind of have to put, you know, I amplify my energy as much as I can for these types of videos and streams and all that stuff because, you know, that's, you know, you got to keep the engagement up, of course. But yeah, this is me too. Like I am like this, you know, I am this kind of person anyways in real life. But I'm just sometimes a bit more, I like to do my own thing. I silence myself sometimes and chill indoors. But I also go out a lot too, but it just depends. It depends. Like I love going to festivals. I love music festivals. I do that all the time. But I'm usually, you know, I'm not always out and about all the freaking time. Like I'm not always hanging around people. I don't need to hang around people to feel complete. Like I'm chilling. I like to do my own stuff or game on my own a lot. I do that a lot actually. I've mostly gamed by myself. I don't need to game with people at all. Like I game just me, chilling. What other websites? I think I mentioned Pixlr and Photopea. Those are, and even Canva. You can check that out too. Those are good. Photopea and Pixlr are like Photoshop, so you can definitely. Hey, what? That's not what you said last time you were bowling. I must have bowled with you. Wait. I mean, hey, my goals can change. Wait, I think I know who you are. I think I know who you are. Hey, those are my. That's what I got going on right now. I'm just saying. That's what's up. That's what's good. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it there. It's getting late here. It's past 1 a.m. What's up, Pew Pew Pops? Welcome to the stream. We're wrapping up here. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Appreciate for 153 likes. I hope, you know, I was able to help answer your guys' question. You know, I tried to do the best of my ability here within like a short forum. You know, we can't get into the weeds or show you super hands-on, but at least my explanations are hopefully able to push you in the right directions to have your issues resolved, right? You were saying you're initially we're going for the Astro A50X headset. It's great to be used for streaming and gaming with friends too, and the mic on there is awesome. Yeah, it's good. A50X is solid, and I'm planning on getting it for a video. I'm trying to get that for a video. upcoming here. So a lot to come, honestly, guys. Excited, very, very excited. A lot of good videos and ideas I have coming up this year. A lot of good stuff. And you guys kind of got a sneak preview of some of those things to come. But I'm going to be, trying to make content that you guys truly, truly want to see, which is something I stress to you guys too. And take, a little less free, here's a product, do a video on it, or else we're going to be mad. Like, bro, I don't need your product. I want to make videos and buy other products that my audience here wants to see. So that's where my focus is going to be. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this stream. If you haven't already, make sure you hit it with a big thumbs up before we head out of here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We will be doing more streams like this in the future, especially if you guys want to see more of them. I think the next stream we're going to do will be a channel review stream. So that'd be pretty exciting. So for those of you who are trying to grow your channel, I will be here to assess it quickly, as quickly as I can, while giving you guys valuable information to help improve it, to help improve your channel, that is, and to kind of help you on the right path in case you're feeling a little lost and you want to grow your YouTube channel and you want to push yourself in the right direction before maybe you do too much work that goes wasted. So that'll be something we'll do coming up here. But thank you guys so much for staying so late with me here. I will be seeing you guys around very, very soon. Join the Discord if you want to hang out with us later. And thank you. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good night. Shout out to people who stayed to the end. We have Nethu Gaming. We have Mr. Nobody, TNYT. We have Spaceman. We have Creighton, of course. Dude, Creighton, thank you so much for helping people in the chat. I truly, truly appreciate it, dude. I can't get to everybody, but you're there trying to answer people's questions, so I do thank you for that. We had Sean here, Spaceman, the Milky Nipple, who I do know in IRL. That's my homie. Will as well here. Who else we got? Zyro, I see you. Fuggin Reacts. D Plays, I see you. I see you down there. I see you. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Peace.